So we're going to discuss the Arnold Classic Ohio, the lineup. We got 12 deep. Now, obviously, a lot can happen, and we obviously have your front runners, your mid runners, and then obviously the tail end runners. Seeing tail end runners doesn't mean they're not good competitors. Obviously, they're some of the best in the world, so let's not take anything away from that. But so the lineup, I'll pull the lineup here. Let's start first. The immediate top five in your mind. Immediate.
Do you want to go on the list? Because listen, everybody always like so give prediction, top favorites, and all that stuff, and then the other guys maybe don't get enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, we'll go on the list from top to bottom in no specific order, and then I'm going to give my top six.
Yes. Okay, I agree with you. So, William, I'm going to start. Each guy we're going to change. I'm going to start with William, then you're going to go with Sean. William, he was magnificent, top two at Olympia, winning the Arnold Classic. I follow his career. Everybody loved it. Most dense guy, muscular, like holy shit. And then there was a period of time when he was kind of losing it, getting smaller, especially in the legs, getting older. So nobody was expecting him to really, make any mark, so to speak, like he did this year. He came back. He won the show. He placed second twice, and then he was seventh at the Miss Olympia. Trademark density, crazy conditioning, legs are back. Many experts are saying, like, okay, he still doesn't have that fullness that he used to have, but you know what? They maybe overlook him if you really dig deep and analyze. There was backstage. I was with him and witnessing that recording. Him and Becruz doing the most muscular shot. You know how Becruz is like always super ripped and everything else?
Yeah.
And then you have a Bonac right there, and it's like, that's the next level density. I mean, when he squeezes, the ropes are going all over the place, from shoulders to the biceps to the chest and everything else. I love him as a person, and I highly respect him as a bodybuilder. When I was analyzing him, I basically said he never had that width, and because of lacking that V taper, he didn't maybe win more shows that he entered. Recently, even at Olympia, he was kind of opening up more than normally. So even the last spread was not that narrow, William, that I remember. I actually would not be surprised that he comes back, improved to the point that people are going to be shocked. So he was seventh at Olympia. I mean, being in top 10 at this age, making a comeback is so respectful. So I think that Bonac is going to surprise us again with the crazy conditioning and improved physique. He can possibly make top six, if you ask me.
I was going to say it's very surprising that somebody his age loses a little bit of leg mass and gains it back, because as you know, as you get older, leg mass is something that's harder and harder to come by. But the fact of the matter that his physique looked like it was honestly starting to go the other direction, and then all of a sudden he brought it back is there's not many people that who ever done that. So I do think he's going to be in the top six. I do think that he's just an all-around incredible physique. However, I do, because think of his height and his lack of clavicle width, I don't think he's going to be able to have that wide presence on stage as some of the other bigger physiques, which is just doesn't mean he can't edge up to the top three, but I think it's definitely going to make it very difficult to be like the top two.
I agree with you.
Because just to recap on his physique and what it looks like, legs are fully back.
Fully back. Look at that.
Thick as hell from the side.
Unreal. Yeah. Back though biceps, unbelievable too.
Yeah, that width is there.
Yeah.
Ageless, honestly. Was he in his 40s now?
Yeah, 40s plus. You see, he opens up decent. It's not like Samson Dauda width, but it's very good. Side choice is formidable. This is his weakness. He's improving a little bit. Ab shut.
It's hard for guys that get so big in their ab and thigh. It becomes like just a little difficult to be able to crunch down. The midsection gets thicker. It's harder to have ab control. I mean, I get it. I see it all the time with bigger guys, but he's definitely done a good job at keeping it more in line, I think Sean's going to be surprisingly good. I really honestly do. I know many people write him off because he is so short, but looking at him at Prague, just coming off Olympia, and obviously Olympia not bringing his best package, being a little downsized to kind of like coming back, just full blown. I mean, the amount of muscle he packs for his height is it's ridiculous. It doesn't seem normal. He's got, even though he's like a smaller guy and a little narrower, he still seems to carry so much size, which I'll say here, like he doesn't look like at all somebody who's short or is going to be 40 pounds under some other guys.
80.
Like, this is ridiculous.
It's going to be 80 pounds or 80 pounds or more. Listen, if Samson is 300 pounds and he's 180 something, it's actually over 100.
I mean, let's be honest. If he was just 4 inches shorter, 4 inches taller, he'd be Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, if he would be 4 inches shorter.
Not shorter, taller.
All right, yeah. Okay, so I had the pleasure of training Sean a couple of weeks ago, maybe here in Vegas, and then I saw him pose. And let me tell you, his legs are coming back big time. So my view on him at Olympia, he kind of over-dieted. He probably knew that he has to be in crazy condition because Keon is a shape monster. There's no way he can beat him in shape, but he's going to have to beat him in rock-hard conditioning. And, this is when we discuss, when you don't have a clavicle width and structure is not perfect, and you're a smaller guy, 185-ish, right? And then you just go dig deep, right? And then a little bit more. You don't even realize, next thing you know, you're catabolic, and now you can't come back.
Right.
I think that's what happened to him. His legs were pretty much, I'm not going to say gone, but not that trademark quad hardness and hamstring, everything that he had. Then he came back great for Prague show. I mean, beating all these other guys, including Marcelo and, Christian Volsky and, lineup was 20 people, right?
Yeah.
Taking third next to Chris Bamstead and Martin is great. I witnessed him in a Reno show when he beat Regan, Sergio Oliva, Tonio Burton, Max Charles, and Martin was there too. Like, he deserved it. Yes. Yeah. I think that Regan could have won the show, but I was his coach and it would be biased. It was discussion for both. Okay, because a couple of weeks before, Clarida lost to Derek Lunsford, shapelier guy, but he was not in the condition of Clarida, right? So now Regan was bigger version of Derek, so there was argument that Regan could beat him. But let me tell you, when Sean opened up, he creates illusion. He has a narrow clavicle, but front relax looks great.
Yeah, it's so thick. It creates like you said, it's the illusion, but also it's just that years of muscularity, years.
Next level hardness. Guys can get ripped, but not really hard. Dance, but there is also that hardness. He has that, I'm not going to say androgenic hardness due to, so people are going to say, oh, you're accusing him of taking too much.
Yeah.
No, not. Well, that manly androgenic, thin skin, hard to look, veins going through. I watched him pose in Reno in that gym, and I was floored. I've never seen condition like this before. I saw him in Dragon's Lair. He impressed me. He didn't tell me that he's doing Arnold Classic. He was like kind of going to take some time off, so it was kind of shocker for me to see him on the list.
It's kind of like when people go, oh, he's so hard and grainy. Looks like he did DNP and Halo testing towards the end or something stupid like that.
But he was doing Arnold Classic 2023, right? people were saying that he can beat Samson. You remember going into the show, so they put those comparisons, and okay, he's mini me. I mean, he's mini Ronnie Coleman, and they compare him and say, yeah, no. So half of the experts say, oh yeah, Sean can still win. 120-pound difference, right? You can't really. But then again, he was put right next to Big Ramy. You remember there was comparison on him and Big Ramy, and Big Ramy edged him out. He was fourth, and Sean Clitter was fifth. But he was holding his own.
Bet you Ramy was shitting himself and be like, "This dude better not beat me."
It's humbling, right? But Sean has humbled so many giants. Anyway, I honestly see him in the top 5.
Yeah.
And he could go even a step higher. I had my placings in my head. But yeah, Sean is that good.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward. He did mention maybe he's going to swing by Las Vegas to have a couple of other workouts. I would love to have that opportunity to train him again.
Yeah. Now, Brandon Curry.
So my turn. Okay. Brandon Curry is one of my favorite bodybuilders. #bodybuilding all over, right? First time I saw him at Olympia, right? I think 2017, he didn't really make the mark. But then when you look at, he has all that we want. And then once he start, winning the shows and, being top 2, imagine him at this. When he was kind of off-ish, he still placed top 5 in last 2 Olympias.
Thanks for watching this clip from the IFBBAMA podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, please like and subscribe. We would love to post more episodes on YouTube, but unfortunately, some are not YouTube friendly. For those who want to support the channel, please check out the full episode through the link provided. We appreciate all your guys' support.